Hi guys! So I am sure that you are wondering what happened because obviously December 1st has come and gone and I haven't posted anything about it. I'm sure you want to know if I got into dental school or not. So the first thing that I want to say is that I wanted to record more that day, but to be honest, I was A, really nervous. I was B, really tired. Husky, no. I was anxious. It was just a day where I was texting with a lot of people. I have a WhatsApp group, and in that WhatsApp group, there are people that I know from volunteering and from just being in school with them, or people that are acquaintances. And we were all kind of just talking to each other about the process, what were we starting to receive, and this all started on November 30th. If you're applying this cycle, maybe you had a similar experience. If you don't know what applying is like, I'm going to give you a rundown of that day of what it was like for me. So I started already freaking out November 30th, and that's because I knew that I had two schools that notified at midnight. So November 30th was almost already a pretty much marked day for me because I knew that once 11:59 was gone and it was midnight and it was like the beginning of December 1st, then I would know. Most schools notify starting either really early in the morning on December 1st, like 6 a.m., or after 9 a.m., or even some schools start really late. I think I heard, some of my friends getting really early calls. Some of my friends, which applied to a school that's nearby where I am, which I didn't apply to, they actually received letters on November 30th. I guess they had been sent out and they received those letters early. So it was an exciting and like really packed weekend, but then I started hearing horror stories of people who get 5 interviews and they don't get any acceptances. And then even though sometimes I had good interviews, then I would think in my head, I'm like, wait, what just happened, and it'll be like days later, and it wasn't that bad of an interview, but for me, eventually I just started like thinking about that. Another thing that also played a factor in the anxiety was that once I went to, I think, Mystery City number 5 and then Mystery City number 7, I wasn't too happy with how those days went. I was happy to be there, but I think for me, Mystery City number 5, it was like one of those things where like something clicked for me and I'm like, wait, this might not be as good of a fit as I thought on paper. And this is why it's so important. Like, you on paper as an applicant look good to a school, and then they want to interview you to see if your personality is something that they see as something that benefits their program, fits their program, and whether they see you as a type of dentist that they produce, right? But the same thing happens with you and schools. And I think that going to so many interviews gave me the opportunity to really see the drastic differences. I felt with Mystery City number 5 and Mystery City number 7 that I just did not fit in there. I did not. On paper, it sounded like a good idea, but then when I left the interview, I'm like, okay, there are so many aspects of this that I didn't appreciate, that maybe it's just they're not the schools for me. So that I kind of had in my mind. Mystery City number 3 was my absolute favorite. I just loved it. I loved Mystery City number 3. It is my longest video, and I didn't even get to do as much as I wanted to. I didn't show you guys as much as I wanted to, but I did go out and I had some food and it was great. Mystery City number 6 was a close second to Mystery City number 3. I mean, that school also, like, they were so head and head for me for so long, and at the end of the day, I still felt like Mystery City number 3 was more of a home for me. Overall, if you haven't seen Mystery Cities, go watch Mystery Cities. Maybe I'm talking about this and you're like, who is this crazy person? What is she talking about? What is a Mystery City? Those are, I kept them a mystery, and I told you guys that I would be revealing them to you, but I am so paranoid about what that would mean and if that would offend the school or if that's even okay to say. What I will do is that you guys are welcome to privately message me if it looks familiar to you and if you want to ask me any questions about my experience, how my day was, and maybe anything that you want to know about the interview itself. So we can do that. That's like a good halfway point. So the big question, did I get into dental school? Am I going to dental school? Did I just spend a lot of money traveling and I am not going anywhere? Am I like some of those people in SCN that basically said that they interviewed at a lot of places and they didn't get anywhere? Am I like some of those people that should have gotten interview training and was totally delusional about it? I've heard of that. Like, I've heard of people that say that they had a couple interviews before that, they weren't accepted, then they got post-December interviews after interview training, and then they did okay. So I wondered, was I cheap? Did I not spend enough money? And you know what? I didn't have the money to spend on something like that. I just went off on what I knew about dentistry, what I knew about myself, because who was going to know me better than I know myself, and just wrote to myself that I obviously made it this far. I have something to say. I have a voice. I have a personality. I'm not a robot. And if somebody doesn't want me, it's for the best. They know what their school is like and what they're looking for. So this is how my day went. I got up. I basically just enjoyed my time, and by enjoyed I mean freaked out. Had some time with Greg to spend, and then closer to evening time I started having some wine. Greg joined me, we saw a movie together, and then I was so tired I kind of passed out really close to midnight. And thank God for my amazing husband for trying to wake me up.
So as you can see, we'll have our applicant over here. She couldn't wait. Oops, sir, it's about to be 12. Baby, what do you think? It's about to be 12. For the schools, it's about to be 12. What do you have to say? What? You excited? Yes. Or not? We absolutely did. Say it, excited? Yeah?
Obviously, it didn't start off as how I had pictured my my day going. I had pictured like these beautiful rainbows and butterflies, and you know, a light would shine if I would be accepted. You know, that's how I pictured it. Instead, I was like passed out, tired. And then what actually ended up happening was that at midnight, exactly at midnight, I received my first acceptance. Yay! And then 10 minutes later, I received my second acceptance. And then a couple hours later, and by a couple I mean like, I don't know, 7 hours later, I received my third acceptance, and then my fourth acceptance, and then my fifth acceptance, and then my sixth acceptance, and then my seventh acceptance, which at that point I was no longer expecting any calls. I really thought everybody was done calling at some point. Like the sixth and seventh acceptance came as a surprise. So my seventh acceptance came with a $60,000 scholarship. But it is a very expensive private school. So it was only going to bring me to hover around a similar price as Mystery City number 3, which actually has an affordable cost of living, and I love the city and I love the school. So unfortunately, the only thing that Mystery City number 1, which was my seventh acceptance, had going for it was that I loved the school, but I wasn't keen on the area, not keen on the pricing, and had it been another way around, and if it was like that school against maybe Mystery City number 7, then it would be different. But it wasn't, because Mystery City number 3 called. So I ended up getting 7 out of 7 acceptances, you guys, and I'm so happy. I cried, I laughed, I died a little bit, and yeah. So this is it. Like, I'm going to dental school. It's so exciting, and I'm so happy that now what you guys are going to see from now on is I'm going to post more advice on my pre-dental stuff and what I know and what I have up here for you guys. But you're going to also see more of me moving and what I'm going to be doing to get out of Miami and move to where I'm going to be moving. As far as mystery cities go, I'll reveal it once I'm enrolled in a program, because I'm so paranoid. Like, I'm really paranoid that it's going to be weird. But I will tell you guys that feel free to message me if you recognize them, and I will definitely make sure to reach out to you and let you know what my experience was there. You'll also be seeing my first day of dental school and when I get my white coat and all of these things. And I really hope that you guys are going to follow me on this next part of my journey. If you guys are, I don't know, have Instagram or anything, I would love to follow you guys and see where you guys are at. That would be awesome. So, one exciting video that I'm so excited to make, that I'm going to make. I'm going to make a video to help you guys with interview questions, and it's going to be great. So look out for that. That's probably going to be the next one now that everything is over. But yeah, and I want to thank my amazing husband for being there for me, for listening. He's listening to me do this. For listening to me, for constantly hearing numbers for the DAT. He literally was going to die if I ever mentioned 20, 21, 18, 19. For just being there for me and for my family, obviously, for being so supportive, and just for having a group of people around me that are like-minded, and everyone who's ever been really proud of me. So yes, guys, your girl got into dental school. I'm official. So now I feel like I really want to encourage you guys to listen to my advice, because obviously I did something right? 7 acceptances, 7 out of 7 interviews. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty cool. I'm waiting for all my acceptance letters to come in the mail to just make that final decision, but I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going. Like, I already know. But I want to wait for all the details, everything. Not just the emails, not just the phone calls. Although for the school that I want to go to, I already set up my email. So I think I'm pretty decided, but yeah, I'm really excited. Can't wait to meet my future classmates, and I'm so excited. And you know what's funny? I used to have this alarm on my phone that went off right before I started recording this, and it's like, I think it was for my Orgo class, and it's like, time to wake up, future dentist. And those are my little motivational things that I would do for myself, and now it's all come true. So all you have to do is visualize it. I spent so much time looking at apartments these past few weeks for the schools that I was like really yearning for, and I think, you know, it was a good way to pass the time and envision things. So for the rest of the year, my plans are to keep volunteering, make sure I save up enough money, support Greg because he's going to be studying, taking his MCAT soon. So we'll see. I hope you enjoyed my little blurb. I wish it could have been more exciting for you guys, but honestly, you know, we wish that day would seem like one specific moment, and really it was just so much at one time that I couldn't even record what I wanted to record. So I hope that you guys will like, share, and subscribe. Hello to all the new followers. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next time.